So the question I've been asked is it good to have your instructor sat in the back of the car on your driving test or not so good? And there's two sides to this coin, and I'll try and cover both sides, and I'll try and cover some of the tricky bits that you might not realize. So if just go back to when I first started as an instructor. I sat in the back of quite a few kit tests in the first year or two, and as it went on, I got less and less tests I sat in, and it was mainly for me to understand how the examiners were marking the driving test and to understand some of the routes they were doing, so to kind of help my students prepare better for the driving test. Because as an instructor, you teach them the best you can, but at the same time, if it's a tricky area, and you know instructors, there's always a tricky area, a tricky bit in an area where you live. You want to make sure that that when people are going through it, they're doing it safely, so that it's getting marked correctly on the test report. Because it might be something that you think you're doing right as an instructor, but it's just slightly different than what the examiners want. So that's mainly why I sat in the back. But it wasn't to benefit the student, but in the past, I've had students who say to me, can you sit in the back of the car, because I'm real dead nervous about everything. And when I sat in the back of the car, it's not made much difference to them. If they're nervous, they're going to get nervous. So that's the way I look at it. If you've got a nervous student, then you try and prepare them better the best you can. The difference now between 10 years ago is the last 4 years, the DVSA are using the Ready to Pass campaign, which is pushing onto students. They're emailing students saying, have you done mock tests? You're doing this. So it's helping the student prepare better. So there's probably more mock tests doing now than there was 5 or 10 years ago compared to most instructors. So they're actually getting used to that stress of the test better. So that's helping them prepare better. So as long as you're doing mock tests and you're passing your mock tests, or you're getting close to passing your mock tests, then you're probably in the right line at that point for taking your driving test. So I wouldn't personally recommend having someone in the back of the car, because they can't help you. They can't say anything at the back. If they're seen to helping you, they're going to fail your test, aren't they? Even if it's not, they don't mean to. The examiner's going to think you're helping them, and they're going to stop the test. And having extra weight in the car is a difference also, because extra weight pulling off on a hill, that's another thing to think about. So if you think you can manage right your instructor, don't do it. If you think you want your instructor at the back of the car, then speak to your instructor in advance so you know this. Don't suddenly expect them on the day to sit in the back of the car, because they might say to you, well, I'm not going to go in the back. The car's too small anyway. So, okay, good luck on the test.